Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning tea. Happy hump day to the tea tribe. And of course, I'm your girl, Alex Schiffman, and I'm joined by my wonderful co-host, Mr. Courtney Revolution. What's going on, Courtney?
Hey, Alex. Hey, T Tribe. I'm Courtney Revolution. And, hey, what's up with what? They say Wednesday. Do you like that little build-up, girl? What? Wesley said.
I did.
As I was saying, I had to double check and make sure that it wasn't like a different day of the week because I didn't want to forget Wesley and do like what I did last week. So it's what Wesley said Wednesday. And Alex?
It is Wednesday. We are halfway through the week, feeling good. This is one of those weeks that's also felt a little long. I don't know why. Has it felt long to you?
Alex Schiffman, this week felt like a week that is never ending. But you know what? Glad that it's Wednesday because Wednesday is kind of like the marker, like the all right.
Yeah.
Once you hit Wednesday, it's like I just got like 2 days left, and then it's like the weekend. So we're coming to the top of the hill, girl, and right after the end of the show, we're skirting straight in.
That is right. And T-Tribe, if you're just joining us, let us know where you're watching the show from this morning. We love to hear it. Shout out to Laura, who's saying, good morning, Alex and Courtney. Brittany is saying, good morning, Alex and Courtney. Loving your springy shirt today. Happy hump day. Yeah, I wanted to bring a little spring vibe to January. You know, it also matches our background, our Hollyscoop step and repeat. So thank you for that, Brittany. Good morning to Yelly. T-Tribe, she says, happy hump day. I got my first haircut in 8 years and I feel like a new woman. Man, whoa. I could not relate to that more. First of all, I don't love a haircut, but I love hair. So if you're feeling good and a new woman, we are here for it. Right, Courtney? Who's saying, hello, good morning, my faves. Alex and Courtney. Evelyn is watching from the Netherlands. Deshaun is watching from Rochester. Good morning, Alex and Courtney. Single Life Too Sweet. Good morning from Canada. What a great username, Single Life Too Sweet. Hi from Denver, from Lydia. Happy Wednesday. Angelica is only here for Alex and Courtney. You're so sweet, Angelica. Good morning. How you doing? And then, hello, you are back, Courtney. We got you. You are also back with us, so thank you for joining us again. So how was your Tuesday evening, Courtney? What's going on? Tell me everything.
Honestly, I had a real Tuesday evening. I was able to like catch up with a friend. You know when you have friends that like are really busy, like I'm really busy and they're really busy. So it was a really good moment to be like, look, we're not busy. Let's sit down. Let's kiki. Let's talk it out. And it was really, really, really a good time. Other than that, girl, you know me. I was in the bed. I was watching TV, dude. You know me. Real Housewives.
I love those moments. I feel like that's a lesson we've also learned being at home and kind of stuck at home during this time is to make ourselves less busy and reach out to those people. So I'm happy you had that conversation. I have a few of those on my list that I need to get to. You just got to make the time. Like even when you don't feel like it, you're so much happier after, right? Like, did you enjoy that conversation? Yeah. Doesn't it make your soul like light on fire after you're done?
Yeah, like it really doesn't matter. Like, Alex, you already know me. I'm not the phone girl. I'm not the text girl. But I must admit that there are specific instances where like I just need to just like get it out. And there's only like a certain number of people that like get where I'm coming from. And so I was really glad to be able to just, you know, when you need to release.
I am the one. I hold it all inside and on my shoulders, even though at the same time we also wear our heart on our sleeves. When it gets like a lot of pressure, I feel like, you know, you kind of hold it in. And so it's nice to have a little release and a catch up with a friend. Shout out to Amanda, who is tired and needs some coffee. So I feel you, Amanda. Thank you for that. Let's see who else is joining us. Brittany also finished Bling Empire, and that show is good. Ooh, that's a good ending, right, Brittany? She says it's like a new gen type of Housewives. Those guys know how to have some fun. Very true. Did you get to the end of that?
I'm not at the end just yet. I'm only maybe like a couple episodes past where I am, but I imagine there's not a lot left. So probably by the end of this weekend, I'll finish it. I did finish Bridgerton. I don't know. Did I tell y'all that? Did I finish Bridgerton? I might have, but I might not have. Just in case I didn't, I finished Bridgerton, and if you were on the fence on watching, get into that. The gay gasp that left this body, Alex, at that ending, girl. It was very much, if I could recreate. I didn't know. So I just was like,
I knew.
Let me rewind, girl. I had to rewind. You know when you got to hold on, I just want to make sure that my eyes were not deceiving. And then the Chromecast wasn't working, girl. It was a whole thing. Great ending.
I just have to tell you, we're not going to spoil anything for the T Tribe, but Courtney, I kind of knew. I had an inkling inside me. Like but I am that type of person where I figure out the ending before it happens. So I kind of knew, but of course still gasped at the end like you. So I totally understand. Oh no! Are you stuck? Courtney is stuck again, T Tribe. Unfortunately, this work from home just gives us internet problems often. But while we're waiting for Courtney to get back, let me break down what we have on the show today because we are spilling a lot of tea this morning. Starting off with Paris Hilton's baby news. Some insight into Trey Songz's arrest at the Chief Games this week. I don't know, T Tribe, if you saw that. Also, Zendaya isn't hiding her Disney past. She is loud and proud about it, so we'll tell you about that story. Then Snooki is becoming a TV host. I know we kind of spoke about this. Courtney came across a show with Snooki and her husband about like designing. Well, there is more on that, so we'll tell you about that. Then Jordyn Woods slays the Bus It Challenge. T-Tribe, you know I loved the Bus It Challenge. Well, Jordyn Woods has entered the chat, and you're going to love it. We're also talking about new music from Justin Bieber. He's teasing out his new album, of course. And then there may be a Verzuz challenge with Justin Timberlake and Usher. I don't know. There's some noise about that. We'll tell you about that. And then Sabrina Carpenter finally signed with Island Records. So those rumors that we told you about last week are coming true. Hello, Courtney, you're back. Good morning. Hey. We are back just in time to give you a little tea behind the Kardashian gates. We're talking about Kim getting into Bridgerton, speaking of Bridgerton, and then Drew's adorable reaction to seeing her dad on TV. Finally, our OMT story of the day, we are blessed with more Selena Gomez music, this time teaming up with Puerto Rican rapper Raúl Alejandro and Tiny. The tea is hot. We are serving it up this morning, so let's get into it. Courtney, do you have your hot water? Are you ready to go?
Girl, you already know me, girl. Bam! Let me get the tea bag and cup, girl. Bam. Threw that in there.
Yes. Cheers to spilling this tea.
Yeah.
There is a lot.
Cheers, girl.
This morning. Cheers. Mm-hmm. All right. So if you're new here, we kick off the show with You Missed It. These are all the stories you may have missed overnight. Don't worry, Courtney and I make sure to handle all the trending tea for you so you don't miss anything. And first up, we're talking about Paris Hilton, who is looking to get pregnant with twins. So the heiress sat down on the Trend Report with Mara podcast yesterday and discussed how she and her boyfriend, Carter, have been going through IVF treatment. Paris explained that one of the main reasons that she is undergoing IVF is to have twins, saying the process is the only way to make it happen. She also said that one of the reasons she was comfortable starting the procedure was because of a conversation she actually had with Kim Kardashian. Paris said, quote, "I didn't even know anything about it. I'm happy that Kim told me that advice and introduced me to her doctor. So yeah, we have them all ready to go." She went on to talk about how smitten she is with her boyfriend, Carter. The couple have been together for about 15 months now. So Paris talked about how comfortable he makes her feel and that she couldn't imagine going through this process with anyone else. She said, quote, "I'm just really excited to just move on for the next step of my life and finally just have a real life because I really do believe that having a family and having children is the meaning of life. And I haven't got to experience that because I didn't feel like anybody deserved that love from me. And now I finally found the person he does." So what do you think of the news that Paris is ready for children and kind of opening up about IVF?
Listen, I love this story.
Yeah,
I'm a big Paris Hilton fan, and I have been for a very long time. Literal Simple Life DVDs in my bedroom as we speak. And to know, let me say this: Paris Hilton is not the most trusting person, and she doesn't have the best luck with relationships, right? So to
right.
hear a pregnancy announcement that she is in control of, Alex, lets me know as a fan that she's found her person. And that is great news. On the flip side of that, Alex, I really think it's important to address the fact that there's so many women out there that are struggling with getting pregnant, and you guys are
Yeah,
trying. And just know that obviously me and Alex are thinking of you, and
yes.
hopefully this story is sort of like a little bit of a light at the end of the tunnel, to let you know that you have options. So congrats to Paris.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. IBS, if IVF is a very, very difficult process. I have friends and family that have done it before, and it's a long road, but it's a beautiful road, and you just got to stay hopeful. And maybe this story and Paris kind of opening up about it will help someone. So I think it's awesome that she seems so happy and in love because, like you said, she hasn't had the best. Relationships before and kind of history with that. So it seems like she's in a good place in order to move forward. And um, we're ready for her, right?
Shout out to mommies.
Yes, exactly. Okay, let's move on to some tougher news because Trey Songz was arrested earlier this week during the Kansas City Chiefs and Buffalo Bills football game after he assaulted an officer while resisting arrest. New footage released by the Kansas City Police Department shows Trey was not wearing his mask at the stadium and refused to do so when prompted by security, leading to his removal. Law enforcement maintains that Trey was asked 3 times to put on a mask at the event, and after continued disregard for the stadium's rules, was asked to leave, leading to the altercation. The footage released by KCPD seems to show Trey swinging at the officers once they attempted to remove him from the stadium, with the ensuing struggle ending with Trey putting an officer in a headlock. Trey was eventually ushered out of the stadium once more police arrived at his row, leading to the singer being charged with 2 misdemeanors for resisting arrest and trespassing, along with a felony for assaulting an officer. He was released from police custody after a 24-hour hold in jail. TMZ originally reported that the incident began with fans heckling Trey during the game, and the officer became involved for some reason, leading to the eventual altercation.
Mm.
So, what do you make of this situation, Courtney and T Tribe? Does it seem like Trey isn't following stadium pandemic guidelines? This is a little confusing because TMZ's report is saying that it began with fans heckling Trey, but then the police department is saying that it started with the masks. So, um, what do you think is going on here?
Alex, I feel torn about the situation because immediately upon hearing this story, firstly, it brings my mind to a situation that has nothing to do with the story, and that is Trey Songz' situation with Kiki Palmer and T Tribe. I encourage you to check into that story once the show is
Mm,
over. Now, back to the task at hand, Alex Schiffman. I feel like if you're at a sporting event and you're a celebrity and everybody knows you and we all are, wrapping bottoms up all around that rim, you should wear a
yeah,
mask. The reason why is because people know you. And just off the
yeah,
strength of a personal take, Alex, there are people going viral on the TikTok. I don't know if you've seen it, y'all, where people are going up to those in Walmart and Trader Joe's and they're going, "Well, where's your mask? And where's your mask? And
yeah,
where's your mask, honey?" So it's like you're opening yourself up to that kind of interaction when you don't follow the rules or the guidelines. That's how I look at it as. Go and enjoy your
right,
sporting outing or whatever. That's your choice. But if you're going to do it, at least attempt to be safe. Because if you
I
don't, these kinds of things will happen.
Yeah, I think it's as simple as McCole in the chat saying, if you don't want a mask, stay home. And at this point, it's so much further than that, like it's very serious. It's important to follow the guidelines, It's no secret. No one enjoys wearing a mask, but it's the right thing to do at this point to keep others safe, besides
Yeah.
yourself. And so someone, that is in the limelight, that does have a platform, should just do better. And he could. It didn't have to get to this point, but it did,
It
and that's
did.
unfortunate.
You could have said, let's just say speculation, not confirmation, because we were not there. We only have the video with no
Right,
audio, right? So,
right.
like, let's just say he could have said something slick, right, to them
Yeah,
and been like, oh, get away, cop, leave me alone. Look, I got it on, right? You know how kids do that in
right,
class? Like, look, I'll be quiet
right.
now. I ain't saying nothing now, teacher. It could have been something
Yeah,
as simple as that, but it escalated. So, why even put
totally.
yourself in this situation? I don't want to see, just to be
No.
honest, I don't want to see my black celebrities get in situations like that with the police, Alex. But at the end of the day, wear your mask or stay home. Who said that, McCall? Stay home.
Yeah, exactly. All right, well, let's move on to some lighter news, some positive news coming from Zendaya, because she sat down with Carey Mulligan to discuss acting and their careers for Variety's Actors on Actors series yesterday. I don't know if you've seen that, Courtney or T Tribe, but it's like one of my favorite series because the actors can relate to each other in a different way than just a normal journalist. So it's pretty cool. So while the actresses spent a lot of time discussing Zendaya's work on Euphoria and the film Malcolm and Marie, it's on Netflix, check it out. At one point, Carey remarks that Zendaya surely can't think of herself as a Disney kid now. Zendaya responds with a chuckle, saying this. Take a look.
The thing is I am, and to a degree, like I'm grateful for that. You know, that's where I started, and I learned so much from that experience.
As opposed to fellow Disney Channel stars such as Miley Cyrus and Bella Thorne, Zendaya really has embraced her past work and has proven to herself that it doesn't define her in a crippling way. She said this, quote, "It's just kind of been this slow progression, and I'm happy that it's all been to prove it to myself and not to anybody else, you know? I embrace it a little bit. It's part of my heritage to a degree." Zendaya certainly has a lot to be proud of in regards to her career, following the successes of Euphoria, Spider-Man, Malcolm and Marie. She's attached to the upcoming sci-fi space opera Dune, has an all-star cast including Chalamet, Oscar Isaac, and Stellan Skarsgård. So what did you make of this interview with Zendaya and Carey Mulligan, and kind of Zendaya reflecting on her Disney years?
I very much enjoyed how Zendaya reflected on the Disney years because we're so used to our Disney boys and girls of the world taking their
Yeah,
clothes off and saying, "F Disney, and I'm gonna go, hump a turkey sandwich now because I'm grown." And Zendaya, she had just a complete different approach with it, and she
right.
was very proud of where she came from. And I don't know if you feel the same way, Alex. So I'm going to speak for myself. But my first food, anything in terms of the food industry, was at Disney. And I know, even to this day, so many people that did the Disney College program with me that they don't mention it. They act like it didn't exist. But I know the reason why I'm so good at what I do in terms of food service is because of the foundation that Disney gave me. And it's hilarious to think because it was such a challenging experience because of my personality. I'll put the blame on myself. It made me better. And so it was nice to sort of hear Zendaya kind of say the same thing in a completely different way. Like she's an actress
Yeah.
and she's blown up and she's, we love Zendaya. I know I do. But she never forgot where she came from. And that's very important to me, Alex. You can't forget.
Right. And I agree with Sheila in the chat who's saying she is such a class act, love her. And I think that's really what we see here. I mean, she has always been professional and well spoken and kind of beyond her years at such a young age. I've interviewed her young before, and she kind of always understood. She just gets it. And I think it's refreshing to see someone honor that and be humbled by that versus trying to break free from that. Not to say that I'm sure there was a lot of pressure being in that Disney world, and I don't discount that some actors want that to break free from that. But I also think that it's unnecessary because that platform created a lot of opportunities. And so it's not something to be ashamed of. It's something to honor. I mean, I think that's awesome. I'm cool. Like I tell my mom all the time, like, why didn't you make me a Disney star? Like, why didn't you do that? Because you're
Okay.
set for life. Obviously joking. But
Alex, my thing was, Mom, why didn't you take me to the Zoom audition? Because even though the Zoom kids they're not Kim Kardashian, but Alex, when I tell you, sure, I wanted to be on all that. Sure, I wanted, to be on Keaton and Kel Amanda show. But girl, I went and pulled up the application for Zoom. I was like, Mom, we're doing this. We're moving to Boston. 02134, send it to Zoom, girl. I think that's a zip code. Girl, I was like, Mom, pack the bags. We're out. We're going to Boston.
I love it. Yeah, I know. I always joke with my mom about that. And she's like, Alex, you know what her response is? She's like, Alex, I thought you were going to be the president. And I was like, oh, that's a good response, Zach. At least if you had, political dreams for me, or you had big dreams for me. So thank you. Still not the president. All right. But let's move on to some other exciting news. Speaking of TV, Snooki is finally moving away from the Jersey Shore. Well, sort of. She will be starring as the host of new HGTV design competition special Beach Cabana Royale, coming to the streaming service Discovery Plus on February 2nd. Guys, don't sleep on Discovery Plus, because I love my 90 Day Fiance. There's different spin-offs on there, extra features. I mean, there's some good content coming to Discovery Plus. This is not sponsored. Anyway, speaking of good content, this show will track 3 designers as they compete to overhaul a beach cabana for a family each in one day. Snooki will check in on the designers during the day, as well as keep the families the designers are working for occupied with challenges that can help give their home some extra advantages. The winner will receive the Golden Oar Trophy, as well as a 100,000 meal donation in their name to Turn Up Fight Hunger, a foundation aimed at solving childhood hunger. So very cool. Snooki explained in a press release, quote, "Here at Atlantic Beach, New York, cabanas are a huge way of life. Not only do they provide shade from the summer heat, they're also a place for friends and family to gather, play games, enjoy meals together, and even shower off after you get all that sand in your bathing suits." So we spoke earlier this month about Snooki making the move away from Jersey Shore to expand herself creatively. Well, this seems like a great first step. Courtney and T-Tribe, what do you think of this reinvention of Snooki, and are you going to watch?
I'm dying at Wesley saying to you, Alex, you say 90 Day Fiance, but my brain understands 90 Days Beyonce.
Hey,
me.
If you want 90 Days Beyonce, we can do that too.
I'm here for it. But when it comes to this specifically, good morning, Tamara. Hey, girl. When it comes to Snooki specifically, this is a great opportunity for her. Now, Alex, if this were 6 weeks ago and we heard this news, I would be like, Alex, why would she do this? A cabana? This doesn't make sense. But I just discovered the show with Gianni, the shore flip, off the Amazon Prime. I was watching it. So, I mean, this makes a lot of sense, and she doesn't exactly need Gianni. No shade. Shout out to Gianni. But she can do it on her own. Snooki's a big personality, and I could see her doing this. And just because I've done it before as a job in the past, it is not easy to decorate a cabana. I used to have to decorate cabanas for birthdays at a resort, a family resort, Alex, and it was not cute, and parents were very finicky. So good luck to the contestants. I know Snooki going to knock it out the park, though.
Oh my gosh, I absolutely love this. Yeah, it's still kind of hilarious to me, the idea of Snooki designing, but after you told me about the show, I was like, wow, this is a passion of hers or a talent we didn't even know existed. So I'm amazed and can't wait to watch it. I also appreciate you decorating the cabanas and just designing in general, because I love to decorate for birthdays. Like, I will do it for anyone's birthday. I'm a big decorator when it comes to celebrations. So I'm about it.
Damn.
All right, well, let's get into this next news, because Jordyn Woods may have just won the Bust It Challenge. Posting to her TikTok yesterday, Jordyn took a swing at the Bust It Challenge viral sensation and had more than a few people notice. It seems like she knew exactly how well she hit it too, captioning her clip with "worth the wait." So she also shared the video to her Twitter account and got her boyfriend, Carl Anthony Towns, to notice. He merely responded with, "God is good." So there she is. Seems like it was the pick-me-up he needed as Carl Anthony quarantines amidst a positive COVID-19 diagnosis from January 15th. Jordyn and Carl Anthony are still going strong, though, sharing nothing but love for one another across social media while they are separated. So, what do you think of Jordyn's moves? And have you tried the challenge yet, Courtney? T-Tribe?
I have not tried the challenge yet. I have not busted open on camera, and I certainly did not do it in a closet with a fan on the floor. Now that I'm rewatching, I'm realizing that's exactly what Jordyn did. She twerked in the closet with a fan on the floor. Go off, as the kids would say, Alex. That thing is thangin', and it's moving, and it's real, and I'm here for it. For the natural body of Jordyn Woods. I think she has a lot of charisma. I think that this happened because the fans were begging for it. They were like, Jordyn, we want to see your real body. Show the Kar Jenners what's real in your body, girl. And she did that. I just would have preferred, personally, to see Jordyn twerk by the pool. I wanted to see her twerk by the pool. Show us the mansion. If she has a front door that's made out of all glass, she could have twerked in front of the glass door. I can't get off of this, you guys, T-Tribe. Why the closet? Why the closet? I ain't been in the closet since I was 13, Alex, and I'm certainly not about to twerk in one with a ceiling fan on.
Yeah, but Courtney,
I just wanted her to leave.
Courtney, do you have all of those Birkins behind you in your closet?
Alex, I wish I could afford just the hand strap off one. Alex, if I could buy my mom a Birkin right now, I would. Just one to just put up on the shelf. Don't let it leave the house, girl. That's for the display. But Jordyn, can we move into your closet? Is it big enough for us?
Listen, I think she's a beauty. This is my favorite part. That extra fan action right there. That's what I need.
That's the
I need a fan in my closet. If I could get ready every day for the morning tea and just fan it up right before I come in, like, can you imagine if we did the intro and we were just blowing like?
Alex, I'll put a wig on. I'll put a wig on so that we could both. Okay, here's what we gotta do, y'all. Okay, if Shambong Dave is watching, Dave, we have to come up with a shoot day where me and Alex, each of us, because COVID, will show up. We'll get a nice background, and we'll just give America's Next Top Model. Dave, you press power on the fan, and we'll let the go, girl. And that's the new intro. Bam, Tribe, get ready. We're waiting out.
Listen, that is it. That is it. We're done. Adios. All right, well, let's move on to this next news because Timberlake and Swizz Beatz Instagram live show Verzuz has been a hit ever since it premiered last year, and we have some new leads as to who to expect in upcoming episodes. Speaking on the Jelena and Jacoby show on ESPN, Timberlake admitted that a Justin Timberlake and Usher matchup has been one of the most requested pairs ever. Even Drake seems to want to see the singers go head to head. So Timberlake said, quote, "It's so funny. Drake hit me up too about it too. He said, we got to make that happen. I said, soon to come, soon to come." During the interview, it was also suggested that Busta Rhymes go up against Missy Elliott, which got a huge reaction from the music producers. Timberlake himself said that it would be one of the best parties that could have ever happened on the show. Verzuz is also apparently trying to put together a Tupac versus Notorious B.I.G. battle as well, but we'll have to wait until next season to see if they can pull it off. I don't even know how that's going to happen. What do you think of the options that were floated out by Timberlake and Swizz Beatz on the show? Which of these are you most excited about too?
Well, I love Busta Rhymes and Missy Elliott just because, growing up in New York from 92 to like 99 and beyond, Alex, you couldn't leave your apartment and walk down the block to the bodega to get that bacon, egg, and cheese with your mother without hearing a Busta Rhymes something something or a Missy Elliott something something. So that will be excellent. When it comes to Justin Timberlake and Usher, that's another one that should happen. I want to ask the T-Tribe, who is coming out of that the victor? Justin Timberlake or Usher? Who do you have, T-Tribe and Alex Schiffman?
It's tough. I don't know. Because they both have that falsetto. They both have something they can bring a little extra that you don't expect. You know what I mean? They both can dance. there's a lot of similarities when it comes to comparing Usher and Justin Timberlake. So when there's a lot of differences, I don't know. Who do you think?
Here, this is such a dumb reason to say, and feel free to laugh at me, y'all, wherever you're watching. If you're in the office, sneak that giggle into your shoulder or whatever. But I mean, Michael Jackson liked both, but only one was asked to come to that birthday party. Only one was requested to be at that birthday party, and that was Usher. So personal stuff aside, because y'all know I love to bring the mess in when I make a decision like that. Mess aside, because they're both rather messy, both of them. I think that Michael Jackson trumps all of the hits. And if Michael Jackson says, okay, that's the person that I want to perform for me specifically, then that would be like in 30 years if Beyonce said, I want that one in a Verzuz. Like, that's the one who we're going to go with, you know? So I'm going to say Usher.
So before we went live, T-Tribe, just so you know, Courtney and I had this conversation. I originally did say Usher, and then I thought more about it, and I was like, I know JT would have something up his sleeve that I don't know. It would be good. Let's just all agree that it would be a good Verzuz battle, and I want it. So let's make it happen.
Hits. And I know we discussed before the show, how would Biggie and Tupac happen? And I finally figured it out. It would have to be T-Tribe, hi, good morning. In order for a Notorious B.I.G. and Tupac Verzuz to happen, this is how it has to go. It has to be Lil' Kim and Faith Evans on the Biggie side. And listen, hear me out, y'all. It has to be Ray J on the Tupac side, Brandy's brother. And the reason why, y'all, because I know y'all are like, what? It has to be Ray J. And the reason why is because Ray J and Suge Knight, who was like the owner of Death Row Records, they're very close. Very, very, very close. Business associates, what have you. So that makes sense. Lil' Kim, Faith Evans in there, bring Stevie J maybe for the Kiki, and let's get in Ray J. And that would work, Alex. I could be happy with that.
I love it. Okay, well, let's see if you're going to be happy with this next news, because Justin Bieber is gearing up for a new album release. Tweeting to his fans yesterday, Justin showed up a pic of himself in the studio working on his upcoming album. He captioned the tweet, quote, going over track listing for the album. He also posted this on Instagram as well, with another photo of him, which it kind of looks like he's singing Holy. But this photo, he's talking about the track list. The as of yet an untitled 6th album from the Biebs already has a few singles released ahead of it, including Holy featuring Chance the Rapper, Lonely with Benny Blanco, Monster with Shawn Mendes, and most recently, Anyone. Justin's manager, Scooter Braun, have been trying to hype this up as Justin's new era, which has up until now been relatively, underwhelming outside of true believers, but although his hits are on the Billboard charts. So what do you want out of new Justin Bieber album that you have yet to find in his recent singles?
All right, here we go, y'all. I almost kind of feel like, Alex, like, didn't we just get over changes and what that was? I'll say this. I don't want this to be the Courtney Drags Justin Bieber section of the show. Sorry, y'all. I really would like to be constructive, because it almost kind of baffles me the direction Justin has gone in with his music. And I understand that he's still recently married. He's got his still newish wife. They're very much in love. He's a husband, blah, 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 blah. Okay, we get it. I'm over it. I want an album of bangers. I want bops. Justin, give us something so that when I get my second vaccine shot and I go to Rocco's, I could really turn the party. Like, give us something. That's good. I think I'm exhausted of Justin, and feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. T-Tribe, Alex, what have you. I'm really exhausted of Justin pandering to potential parents running errands after they've dropped their kid off at the carpool and like they turn the radio on. Like Holy and like those songs, those are like songs, Alex, when I was younger and me and my mom would like run errands and you turn on the radio, like it's on like every 3 or 4 songs, and it's not good. It's just something that, my mom will call me and be like, oh my God, you hear that new Justin Bieber Holy, and it's like 6 months later because the radio just started to play it. Like, I want something that's like, ooh, Alex, girl, you need to come over to, girl, we going out, girl, because Justin done dropped. I need to hear that, girl. Like, the way that Lizzo's Truth Hurts was everywhere to the point of, like, I want to rip my ears out. That's how good I want Justin's new music to be. I want it to be undeniable hits. And that's not it right now.
So basically you want an up-tempo kind of club banger. You're looking for something that is really going to blow your mind. And I understand. I will say I enjoyed his singles so far. I hear you that, you know, they're not necessarily what we expect from him, but I do want to clarify that all 4 have become top 20 hits on the Billboard Hot 100 and top 25 hits on Billboard's Pop Airplay chart. So he's still Justin Bieber. He's still making hits. Although I hear you. We need that Sorry. We need that Despacito. We need one of those kind of up-tempo songs. But I think we talked about it before. They're at home just like us. Maybe he's not motivated to make that type of music right now. Maybe that kind of mid-tempo ballad, that's actually, you know, very, very slow. But that kind of music is what speaks to him. So,
you know what? You could be right, Alex. You could absolutely be right. I think that maybe there's a way for Justin to find a common ground. Like, if you're going to do mid-tempo stuff for the majority of the album, let that be the stuff that's about Haley, and then let the singles, like, you know how some artists put out the single and the single girl don't sound nothing like the Taylor Swift girl. That's like when Taylor put out something like Shake It Off and the girls was like, what is this? Like, what? How's she going? And then when you get the album is like banger after banger after banger. Do that. I can take that. If you're going to make wife music, let the wife music be undeniably good.
Or maybe, I agree, Courtney, or maybe that is the new era, that no song sounds alike. That makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, maybe he just wants to create an album with like every and any genre you desire, even though it's mostly pop, but you know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. I'm interested to see what will come, but I know for a fact that at this point, in terms of loving Justin Bieber's music, I have to manage my expectations at this point, because I don't want to get excited like, oh, girl, and then it comes out and I got to sit up here and be like, Alex, what was that?
Okay, well, some other exciting news for music fans. Sabrina Carpenter has officially moved from Hollywood Records to Island Records. So following in the footsteps of fellow Disney Channel alums, Demi Lovato, Nick Jonas, Sabrina's switch couldn't have come at a better time. She said this of the change, quote, "I'm so excited to join the Island Records family. And Darcis Beast and the team really understood my vision from the moment we first met. They just got me and have been super supportive. It's the perfect place for me to start the next chapter of my music career and evolution as an artist. I can't wait for everyone to hear what we're working on for this year." The announcement comes on the heels of her latest single, Skin, which is the first release while under new management. Fans speculate about the possible change after Sabrina started following Island Records on Instagram and when the label posted the teaser for Skin on their social media. There's been a lot of worry regarding Sabrina's former contract with the infamous Hollywood Records, but now that she is signed to a new label, what are you excited for Sabrina to come out with?
Any and everything. I don't care if Sabrina Carpenter whispers on a track. I'm buying it and supporting it. I don't care. I think I have like this thing with like underdog celebrities and people where I just feel like, how dare we all not constantly be talking about Sabrina Carpenter? I just think that she's so talented. And I'm just excited and relieved a little bit. Because she's always in the back of my mind, that Sabrina Carpenter. And it almost makes you, at a certain point, it almost makes you not want to play her music, because it's like, well, we already know she's being mishandled. But now, girl, she done kicked down the door and smacked your chick. Okay? And she's here. And I'm very excited for her on this journey. And I'm going to support her. I'm going to spend real money on Sabrina Carpenter. I want to see her live. I want all the things to happen for her. It's time.
Yeah, I think this is something we've seen in the entertainment industry often where if you're not with the right team, if the right people aren't around you, then you're not going to have the success you deserve. So maybe this is her chance to kind of reach that level that everyone's been hoping for. And I'm sure she's very, very excited to kind of be free and create what she wants to create. So awesome. Looking forward to new music from her.
Me too. I need it. Give me the hits.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, it's time, Courtney. We are here at the gate. Let me in. Here are the keys. We have to talk about a car generator.
Alrighty, if you guys are all set for all of the tea from behind the car generator gates, be sure to turn your volumes down for Car Jenner Tea Time! Hello to everyone in my studio, which is no one, just myself.
Yes. Okay. Well, this is some fun news for Car Jenner Tea Time. A little late to the party, but welcome all the same. Kim Kardashian posted to her Twitter account over the weekend regarding her new streaming schedule. Kim wrote this, quote, "Should I start Bridgerton tonight?" The rest of the world who have begun watching Netflix's hit show responded to Kim, some wondering why she hasn't already started. One recommendation came from a reliable source. I'm biased, but yes, that's from Nicola Coughlan. And then Nicola, of course, plays Penelope Featherington on the show, responded to Kim's tweet, seemingly just as obsessed with the celebrity gossip of today as her character is during the Regency era in England. If you were to recommend Bridgerton to someone who hasn't seen it yet, which you kind of did at the beginning of the show, how would you try to hook them, Courtney?
It's very simple. You just got to be honest. You need to watch Bridgerton right now because it's mad good. And just know that them first 2 episodes, you're going to be asleep. But once you wake back up, episode 3, it's on. It's on. And you need to make it to at least episode 5 and 6. I think it's 6. Right. I think 6 is the one I'm talking about. Episode 6, girl. When that Taylor Swift start playing up. Woo! Don't miss out on that one, y'all. Y'all need to watch Bridgerton.
I agree. I think around episode 3 is when you get really kind of hooked and want to keep going. But episode 6, the end episodes are when it gets really good, of course, like most series. But I thought this was such a cute moment between there was like a crossover between pop culture. It was like Netflix, binging, streaming, creative people, and then like reality worlds coming together. It was just like so cool to see this and then have someone from Bridgerton tell you to watch it. Like, I love when we see those moments on Twitter when like a cast member actually responds to you. So super cute, right?
And how exciting for Nicola that Kim Kardashian is thinking about watching your project. Like, I couldn't imagine like being on TV and being like, oh, Taylor has seen that, or like, like your fave, like, oh my God, J-Lo saw the morning like, you know what I mean? Like, imagine if J-Lo put up on Instagram her little cardio workout and we was on the screen talking about Car Jenner Tea Time. Could you imagine, Alex? I would be excited.
Full guy. I don't even know if that's English. Obsessed with this story. I think it's really cute. Also, Kim probably needs a distraction right now, and Bridgerton is the way to go. So hope she watches it. Maybe she'll come into the chat and let us know what she thinks about it.
Let us know, girl.
All right. Well, speaking of watching people on TV, Chloe gave us one of the most adorable videos yet of True on Monday night. We can't get over it. Posting to her Instagram stories, Chloe showed True's reaction to seeing her dad on the basketball court during the Boston Celtics game versus the Chicago Bulls. Take a look at it right now.
That's my daddy!
What?
That's my daddy!
Yeah!
Daddy.
Oh, it's a commercial now. He'll come back.
And True is, of course, full of excitement in her little nightgown as she lays in bed with Chloe watching the game. She was given a treat, not only seeing her dad play, but also watching him lead the Celtics to a win. They won the game. So what did you think of this cute moment, Courtney and T-Tribe?
it is a cute moment, just on the surface. It's absolutely a cute moment because I'm sure Tristan trains a lot, works out a lot in order to be able to be on TV and play basketball. So it's like he's far from home, but a little piece of home is on the TV. And what child doesn't like TV to an extent, right? The part that makes me feel a little bit sad or down or just pops up in the back of my head, Alex, is just the fact that Chloe and Tristan have like been through this tumultuous relationship, and to just know that a child was brought into it, it makes me feel a little bit down because I know for a fact that one of the most devastating days of True's life will be the day that she stumbles upon, which I hope doesn't happen, or is exposed to what has happened in the past in terms of her parents. And that's disappointing. You know, you want your child to be born into love, and I'm sure she is, but there's just such an added layer of mess that I wish didn't exist for a child. You know, I don't ever want a child to have to go through, you know, a worldwide scandal involving her parents. I'm embarrassed for her, but I am happy that she gets to see her dad, you know?
Yeah, I agree. I think that it was such a beautiful moment, such an innocent moment. It reminds you that like children are so innocent and they just, you know, love everything and anything, including their parents. And, you know, she just saw that and the excitement. It was just, it's beautiful. But I hear you, you know,
Yeah.
it does also bring a sense of like, oh, you know, like, but also makes me feel hopeful that they can get to a better place and bring love, because she is the most important thing, and making True happy and loved and supported is their focus. So it was sweet. And also just a side note, one of my best friend's husband is a coach for the NBA, and they have a 3-year-old, and she does the same thing on TV. And I think it's so cute that at that age they can recognize their dad on the screen, or mom, you know. And I wonder if other celebrities do this often, or have their children watch them on TV and watch their shows. And I just wonder, like, how many people actually do that?
Like, does True see Keeping Up and be like, oh my God, Auntie? I mean, is she talking? Like, she recognizes family members, like, if that show comes on? Like, I wonder what that's like for a small child to be involved in that reality TV. And obviously she's not doing confessionals, but what is that experience like? Because it's all you know, right?
Totally. It's all you know. She also has such a high voice. It's so cute. Like, you know, and I always, like, it doesn't almost seem like her voice matches her. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like
I know exactly
I don't
what
know.
you mean.
Yeah, like, she just makes me smile. I absolutely love that little girl. As
That was a good
I feel like,
from them.
totally. All right, well, let's get to our own tea story of the day. Selenators, if you're here, and I know a lot of you are, get those crowns in the chat, because this is exciting news. Selena Gomez is churning out more Spanish language music, and we are here for it. Announced on her social media yesterday, Selena teased out Baila Conmigo with Raúl Alejandro and Tiny is out January 29th, pre-save now. Baila Conmigo, which translates to Dance With Me, was first teased at the end of her last music video for De Una Vez. On top of releasing another Spanish language track, this will be the second time Selena has worked with Tiny. They last teamed up on 2019's I Can't Get Enough with J Balvin and Benny Blanco. This seems more and more like we should expect a full-length Spanish language album from Selena soon, especially since she has spoken in the past about her desire to do so. The new single is set to release this Friday. Are you excited for the new song, and what do you think we can expect from Selena in the weeks to come?
I'm very, very, very excited for this new song. I am ready to twerk. I am ready to dislocate my spine. I just get like sexy, sultry, romantic, sweating in the club, cha-cha heels, high-low skirt, high bun, long droopy earrings, red lip. Like, I see it. Doing makeup from Selena giving us one of these, a little bit of this, a little bit of a wink. Like, I see it all. So I'm just excited. I get a vision from it. I get a feeling from it. And I really feel like Selena feels like it's almost, I feel like Selena feels like she's just put her foot in like Cinderella's slipper, because this is something that she's always wanted to do, and maybe it's never really felt right, but the time right now is right. So she said, you know what, I'm gonna go for it. And she's given us 300%, and I'm just here along for the ride. Push my ball down, attractions associate. Thank you. We're going up the hill.
Yeah, I agree. I think that, you know, as she said, she's wanted to do this for a while. She finally gathered, you know, the courage and the right time to do it. And now she's just going full force. And so give the people what they want. This is exciting. Anything that's titled Dance With Me, you know, is going to make us dance. It is the music we could all use right now. Have a little dance party in our homes. But we need it. So bring some positivity to our homes, and I love it so much. Congrats to her. And like I said, this only kind of furthers the point that a full-length Spanish language album will be coming soon, right? Like, it's probably around the corner.
Girl, she announced that at 9 o'clock this morning, girl. That's all the teacher I've been talking about since 9 o'clock. And that's fine. I'm very excited about it. And I expect many, many, many bops. Girl, at this point, well, I can't go and take a dance class because you know what kind of state the world is in. But girl, if the world wasn't how it was, girl, I would be taking a dance class and getting my cha-cha together, because I feel like Selena is going to give us the gift that keeps on giving. Selena, even if I don't understand now one word you are saying, girl, my body is going to understand how to shake this trunk back here, girl, okay? I'm ready.
EP, all right, just catching up. You know, we're live, T-Tribe, so thank you for putting your investigative hat on. Okay, it's an EP coming out. Did I see March? In March? Is that correct?
March 12th.
Yeah, March 12th. All right. Very exciting. So give everyone what they want. Selena is so good at that. What else do you think we're going to get? What other collabs with Spanish artists would you like to see her?
Honestly, and y'all have heard me say this before, I really think it's important that Becky G is on this project. I think it's important for visibility. I think audiences need to see them specifically work together. And I very much just want to make it clear, even though I don't believe that she is on the project or involved in any way, that I would like to not see Camila Cabello on this project. But definitely Becky G for sure. I think that would be like cool. Adrianelli is saying Bad Bunny along with Becky G. I think Bad Bunny, I mean, at this point, if you're coming out with a Spanish, you know, singing album, you should have Bad Bunny on your project if you want it to do better than it already will do, you know?
Yeah. I can't wait. March seems so far away, but it is closer than we think, everyone. We'll get it soon.
I need March to get here.
Yes. I do want to address you guys in the chat because I guess Halsey is pregnant, Courtney. Do you see that breaking news?
Girl, they've been talking about that since 9 o'clock. Halsey, the whole chat. I said, y'all, we are on a script.
We have a little time. We have a little time right now, so I figured I'd address it. Exciting, right? I'm sure we'll have more to talk about tomorrow, but exciting news.
Exciting news for her. I didn't know that Halsey was dating anybody. So congrats to her. I would love to know who the father is, honestly.
Yeah.
But that's a big deal. And it comes right on the heels of her releasing the makeup. So that makes sense.
Right.
Good for her. Extra bad.
Very, very. I know, definitely. Crystal said if Bad Bunny or Rosalia are on it, it's going to be fire. Back to Selena. Shout out to Laura saying, Alex and Courtney, thanks for bringing the tea. You definitely gave my day the sparkle it needed, and hope the rest of yours shine. Shakira. What do you think? Shakira.
I think Shakira would be a really good option as well. I really enjoy Shakira's music, and I think that her and Selena would have good energy. Because Shakira and Beyonce had really good energy. And I wasn't expecting that when Beautiful Liar came out. That was bop. So we need that.
We definitely do. All right, Courtney. Well, on that note, that's all the tea we have to spill today. So don't worry. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, 8:30 Pacific Standard Time for Thick Thursday. We know that the docket is filled with tea. So make sure you tune in for that. And if you're new here, like, comment, subscribe, share your thoughts in the comments below. If you're an after sipper, we love to read them. And Courtney, if they want more of you after the show, where can they find you?
If you want more of me after the tea, all you have to do is just follow me on social media. I've got Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, podcast, and my own individual YouTube channel. Just take my name, type it up top. It all comes up. Where can they find you, Shipman?
You can find me on all social media as well, just like my name at Alex Schiffman right there. And on that note, Courtney, take us away. Let's wash our hands. Everyone stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow morning.
Alrighty, we'll see you guys tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And now it's time to wash your hands, Leo. You better wash your hands. It's Santa, man. You better wash your hands.